Yeah, 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 yeah. Guys, okay, first of all, let me greet you all. Hi, everyone. Hope you're good. My name is Tar Somza. Yeah, the darkest man. Angizibuza ninjani? Usengibuzile good. Mina ke usisi wami semnyama, nawe bhuti wami, nawe mntakwethu, nawe mama, nawe dad. I'm very nervous kanjani because this is a I just took a step yeah, to just like start like started to post a lot and yeah man, well it's been in now. So this is gonna be more. I'll be speaking more English on this side of the podcast, and yeah, I just hope you guys will enjoy this pod. And yeah, this okay. First of all, I since I said over but I'm a person that um usually back at school and all that. I was a very nervous person and I was kind of shy, if I could say. Um, always believed in myself, but I've always doubted myself too. So that's been a uni. Yeah. So right now, I was watching some podcast, and guys, I don't know about you, but this is me because I just want to talk about the dangers of depression. Like this is a very hard topic to talk about for me. I don't know if it's me. I might sound very insensitive, but that's problems is a thing that you will face as humans. We all go through stuff. We take stuff like we tackle stuff differently. We just look at the world in a different way. We just have a way of doing things like ourselves, like individually. So I don't know. I just it's just a thing of like I believe that everyone faces problems and everyone is kind of experiencing depression in their lives. I don't know at what length or at what level is a person like do we like decide if a person is depressed or not? So I don't want to sound insensitive, but we all face problems. So as we all know, we all see in the past years how yeah in Bugan, but how people who we look forward to like stars um different like yeah, let me just go on guys. I just think I won't because I'm kind of nervous, but yeah, we are now. I just realized in the past few years we've been experiencing more people who are in the social media space, known people, how they have been suicidal, if I could say, how we lost a lot of people who have like is actually like took their own life. So yeah, it's some of the things are like alleged, but I think I'm not going to say we all know, but it's a thing that we need to understand. These things happen. So we have experienced a loss of a few people, a few stars, and we are like looking at things and we starting to wonder if what is it that's causing these people to take their own lives. And me myself, I've never had it in me that I would just decide to kill myself. Obviously, you face stuff and just like looking at your life and you're like, should I take my life? But haven't been in a position where I would actually take my own life, you know. So we've been facing a lot of things. I know there's a lot of people that I know that are going through stuff. Um I've not been in their position, but I faced things in the past. So people will be looking at me and telling me about the experiences, how life has just been hard for them and all the stuff. And I always mention this to them about how you should be as a person. You should learn to be strong. And I know this word is a word that we always use, but learn to fight these problems. Find a solution for every problem because every problem is a solution. It might be hard for you to understand, but everything has its solution. And like I believe like every wrong thing has its right, every right thing has its wrong. So you're basically living in a world where everything has its own consequences. And I always tell them like you should first consider the people around you. Don't be selfish. Don't do this or do a decision that will hurt others. I understand this is your life, you choose what you want, but be considerate of other people. Understand that there are people who are facing, there are people who are depending on you. People are looking at you and they see something in you. People can say, but why are you looking at me when you can focus on your own self? But if you could think about it correctly, there are people as humans that we know we have them in our lives and we kind of need them. You don't necessarily need them, but having these people in our lives kind of like makes things easier for us. So you'll be finding people are depressed telling me how they're feeling, how their life has been hard and all this stuff. And I always make sure that I always talk to them and tell them how you can try your best to look at the positive side of things. Because in this world, when you're not gonna be always living life um on the good side, you're always living life in a good experience. And there's questions that will come out where do I believe that this life thing is a thing of do we need to always um struggle? Is this a 60% struggle thing and a 40% happiness thing? Because you're not always happy. Most of the time, you are not having a good time. You are going through some stuff. You're experiencing that stuff. And as people, we don't realize when you have something good for yourself, you don't actually appreciate it that much. But when you face hard times, it's visible that you're experiencing this hard time. And these are conversations that I would love us to have as young people. Right now I'm having a conversation myself. We okay, cool. It was a monologue. Yeah, I think it's a monologue. So basically having this conversation with myself, asking myself a few questions, willing to understand. And I would love for you as the audience or people watching to give me the real reason. Because what I think might not be how things are happening. Like how what I believe might not be the right thing or might not be the actual reason why people be taking their own lives. So I wanna know is this depression thing which I'm not facing right now because I go through stuff, I know how to handle my own stuff. is this thing a thing of us just being negative on what we think. We just um dwell on the negative stuff that you're facing. We dwell on the we don't always look at the positive side of things. It's just a thing where people don't want to see the good things that they would have as humans. Because I keep on asking myself questions like, because I'm a human too. I don't work and that's because of me. But I'm not in my best season financially, and I'm not in my best season financially. I'm not doing my dream job. I'm just starting my own podcast, and I still on a few people, but these people are people that I really do appreciate. So please, guys, I want to first appreciate the things that you've been doing, the followings, you guys supporting me, reacting on my stuff, and then following the page on Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, and yeah, on the WhatsApp channel too. So I'm not in a position where I want to be in life, and I'm putting too much pressure on myself. And I believe this pressure is good for me because if I'm gonna be putting pressure on myself and working so hard, it's gonna bring it is about it's gonna bring it is gonna have some benefits in it. So like I said, like I'm looking at the positive side of me putting pressure on myself. People will be like, you're just putting too much pressure on yourself, you're still young and all that. But when I look at people my age, people um around me in my space and how my life is, I just see things not going as the way I would love them to go. I just see people who are becoming better than I am, and to be honest, if I'm not gonna put pressure on myself, who's gonna put pressure on me? You understand? If I'm not gonna push myself to become a better person, become a better version of myself, how am I gonna be in a position where I feel like I'm living? I'm not. How am I gonna be in a position where I know the like I'm kind of financially stable. I'm kind of like I have financial freedom, if I could say it that way. Because you want to have financial freedom in this life. You want to go out, do stuff, just take yourself out on a date. I have my little sister, so I would really love to go out with her, do stuff with her, just give her an experience before she could be in a become older and be in a position where she will meet other people. And I wanted to learn and know stuff and just get to experience stuff with her brother and create moments for her, create memories for her. Yeah, so I, I don't know if you could call that pressure kind of like you could call it depression or I know it results to depression in the end, but would you call that stress depression or is it good stress? And I want to know if does good stress really affect our is sorry guys, I'm just thinking now. Is this good stress really good or is it does it possess negativity too? You understand? Does it kind of um bring negative side of things too? So today I just would love for you to guys to just think about it and just give me some comment below this video. Just tell me what you guys think so that when we're having these kind of conversations on the real talk, we are able to understand where this is, you know. Yeah, we're speaking our own minds, but we need to be understanding and just consider other people's lives, consider how the things they're going through, and just see the good side of things, you know. So yeah, I don't want to dwell a lot on that though on the depression thing, but it's kind of a big. There's a lot of like negative impact or contribution in the relationships when it comes to relationships with people because a person will be stressing and all that stuff. And when you For example, I'll be dating a girl, like like hypothetically speaking, I'll be dating a girl, and this girl is going through depression and all that stuff. So I don't know, I have not been, I'm not her, I'm not experiencing things the way she is, but how do I make sure that she feels safe around me? And how do I make sure that she, because I believe a lot on, I'm a very traditional person, traditional in the sense of in relationships, I'm traditional. I believe in, as a guy, I'm a provider, a protector, and my goals should like submit, respect me, and I would believe too much on respecting me more than you love me. So I want more respect than love, because yeah. It's a it's something that as guys we have like a huge ego on. So as a person that believes in this traditional stuff, like traditional human relationship, how do I make sure when my girl is going through stuff, how do I maintain that tradition? How do I maintain a relationship that's solid? That's how do I make sure that she feels loved? How do I make sure that she feels appreciated by me as a man or as a guy? Because obviously, when you're depressed or going through stress, you kind of doubting yourself more. Kind of like you don't want to experience the worst. Like whenever you are with this person or in a relationship, you're not in a good space. So how do I make sure that you believe that I still love you? You're very doubtful when you're going through stress, and I'm not. So with people, since I'm a person that thinks or is a person that also stressed because I'm human, obviously. How do I make sure that the next person feels loved, feels appreciated? She doesn't doubt the love that I have for her, and like, how do I maintain a relationship that or how do I make sure that she feels safe? Sometimes we joke about things and we like just just have sex and we're gonna be good. But is it obviously it's not always like that because imagine a person you're gonna start thinking like, nah, this person is not emotionally there for me. All they want is like sexual intercourse with me. For girls, that's for girls actually. And for guys too, because if I'm gonna be stressing on stuff, I don't want you all over me. I just there are things that I know that I want from a girl. And yeah, man, I just need advice on those stuff, those little things, and all that. And I'll be honest, guys. Relationships nowadays are very hard, and I will just comment on my side. I've been in a few relationships in the past. Yeah, I know my parents don't know this. I know they're gonna see this because they follow my page. But yeah, I've been in relationships, and I look at my parents' relationship, and I look at like the way I tackle relationships and all that stuff. Um, I realized that in this life you live your own life. You live life differently. You experience things differently. Yeah, you might, the next person or your parents or someone that might have faced a certain thing in their life, and I always believe that sometimes give people advice, but allow them to experience life at their own too. So you don't need to tell them what to do, but tell them about the something so that they can know that this thing is something that's there, and just give them a brief explanation of how you tackled that issue in the past. So I've been in relationships and I've been hurt as a young guy back in my days in like high school. Liked girls, few girls, because I wasn't confident in myself. I understand why girls didn't like me though, because I wasn't a good looking guy or like those like great looking boys at school. I was one of those men, short guys, but I wasn't strong on my opinions. I didn't understand relationships as much. Obviously, you're a person you grew up and learn, And still, we old, but we learn a few things every day. You learn something new. So since I was that guy back then. It would be hurtful for me to experience that the girl that you like would actually like your friend. So it was a thing that would happen with me, and after experiencing all those stuff, it was sad to know that people can be. I'm not gonna lie. I don't blame them for the way they were, but because of the because of you are you, and you are the only person that you are your own hero in your story. You're just studying similar, basically the hero of your own movie. So you wanna be that person who's getting all the good stuff, and you're not gonna deprive that from yourself just because of the fact that someone like you do deserve good things too. So I always believe that the people, they were inconsiderate. They didn't think for my feelings. But when I look back and I realize I wasn't delivering myself, in a good way. I wasn't giving the good version of me back then, which is something I should be appreciative of. Because if I was a person that who would just give off energy that's cool and all that, I think I wouldn't have learned a lot of stuff. So I just appreciate the fact that I've been through those stuff. So since I was a person that once gone through hard time in life, went through like all those experiences, I grew up. I got and I was a person that hurt, and in relationships, when you went through something, it's not easy for you to just love the same way anymore. You don't actually commit yourself the same way anymore. For me, I I still believe right now. I don't know if my mentality is serving me, like it's serving me wrong, but I believe that I'm just going about life in a good way in terms of relationships, because not fully committing at the same time kind of like strengthens me, and just makes me understand. It just gives me like time to study the next person. It gives me time to like see the positivity in them. It gives me time to look at them and realize that they're the person that, like, it allows me to study a person until I find out if they're the right person for me. So it wasn't easy for me to love. And these days, even though I love a girl, I fully love her, but I always leave room for disappointment, which might sound like I'm contradicting myself, but yeah, this is how, like, I believe things a person should just go about things. Always leave room for disappointment, because a person is a human. You need to understand this. The next person is a human. They're not going to be perfect person. They're not going to be acting the way you want them to act. And like you go through stuff. You do experience challenges in your life. You do actually end up hurting other people or just doing wrongs. That's because you're human. You can't change that. So since I've kind of understood that, it has made me take relationships in a very mature way, because I don't go into relationships and not talking about any financial thing, but I don't just enter relationships and expect the person to be perfect. You get what I mean? But there are things that you can avoid. You can avoid what the fuck, but you can easily avoid as a person, because see, like, there's boundaries that I set in a relationship. I talk to a girl, I set boundaries prior to the relationship, so that we both understand that these are the things I don't like, these are the things I like, so that you can also understand that I'm not a person that I'm not a person. I shouldn't be controlling you in the midst of things, because if I'm not gonna tell you these are things that I don't like, now we tell you, like, maybe I don't like a girl. Let's say I don't like a girl that likes partying a lot. So when you go partying, I'm going to tell you, no, don't go partying. Now I'm kind of controlling you. So I just tell you the things I don't like before we just enter the relationship, so that I can be able to tell you that I once spoke to you about this, and you enter the relationship knowing very well that these are the things that I don't appreciate when you're my girl, or when you're in a relationship. So whenever I am deciding to end things, it's gonna be more understandable because I spoke about this before the relationship. So when it these things so in relationships I always make sure that I set boundaries before time, and I just want my girl to do the same. So there are things that you're not gonna be able to forgive, not forgive, but you're not gonna be able to take in. I can forgive you for cheating and all those stuff, but I won't be able to continue dating with you because I'm gonna stop trusting you. You understand? So yeah, and for guys, like I always say, the girls will always like kind of fight this, or like they always against this, which is fine. I understand these things have double standards. You understand? And I'll be real. I don't judge a girl that will leave me because I'm broke and go to a rich a nigga that a guy that I'm sorry, who would rather go to a guy that has more money than be with me who's not rich. Because women naturally are people attracted to what you have, to your status, and the status a guy has is having financial freedom, being able to provide for your family, for the next person. Yeah, in a like people will be saying, telling me that you shouldn't be a person that a girl when you didn't go, you shouldn't be like the father. I get that, but you must be able to do stuff for them sometimes. You know, at least have something that you have. Just know that you have your money, and when you're able to do for them, do for them. It's not a thing of like now you're gonna buy them the clothes and all that stuff. No, but you should be able to do the small little stuff. Transport when she needs to come over to your place, maybe like going out is like privileged things, you know. But these are things that I would love to do with my girl when we in a relationship. So we are very different people, and people will be like, so you want to have money because you have to, like, you only okay you just putting this money thing as a center of the whole relationship, or you building a relationship around money. It's not like that. But this is something that's a need because you need to be fine. Your status as a guy, like you want a woman who is good looking and has respect for you. Okay, guys, I actually had a problem with my phone storage, so I don't know if that was a like Tenduland sign. I want to say sign because I'm looking for I want to say a Q, but like another moment that you Q on and Q, but yeah. So that was kind of like a sign for me to just end the episode. But like I need to finish what I was trying to say. So I don't actually remember who it was, but I was actually talking about, yeah, like a guy. If you're a guy or you're as a guy, you can't be expecting a girl not wanting money or like wanting you to be a financial guy when you want the girl that's beautiful. Because once you want, you should expect other person to have what they want to. Because I don't even understand girls like if I have my own, like, I don't know how things like, we have our things that we like, you know, preferences. So I have my own preferences as a guy. As a woman, you have your own. So if I prefer a girl that's a certain type kind of girl, I need a girl that's gonna be respectful. When you're not giving me that, you should expect me to leave because you're not acting on that. You're not actually giving me what I want. And I don't blame girls when they not with the girl. If you're not, if you see me and I'm not in the level that you want me to be, oh, I'm not the kind of guy you're looking for, then tell me, let's end stuff, and let's just get over the whole thing. Cause if you can think about it, as a person, you have a right to want what you want. You understand? So yeah, and if I don't want, back to the stress chat, if you like the depression chat, if you are a person that like is considerate, if I could say, if I agree as a word, like, okay, now if you're a person that wants um who doesn't want the person that's gonna cause stress, or because I have my own preferences. Like some guy wouldn't want to talk that's gonna be depressed and all that stuff. But those are the things that I'm talking about when it comes to relationship. You are able to compromise for. You get what I'm trying to say? So sometimes you can compromise. The person is not gonna be perfect. You're not gonna get the person that's just like there's you need a person. Obviously, a person is gonna be different to you. There's gonna be some challenges, but you can work on that in a relationship. You can try and make your relationship work around that too. So yeah, man, like these things in relationships, I'm a very vigilant person. I look at things, I study things, and I study the relationship as a whole. You understand? I want to see if like I'm gonna be able to build you. Am I compromising these things for the right reason? Are these things I'm compromising going to be helpful to relationship, or are they going to be the cause of the relationship to fall apart? You understand? Because some things, compromising some things just makes the whole situation or the whole relationship a flop. So I don't want to be doing those stuff. Um, yeah, guys, we're gonna be talking about a lot of stuff. So basically, I just need your advice, and I need you to comment below. Just tell me what you think about all the stuff. This is the first episode, by the way. So yeah, we here to learn. We're gonna learn a lot, and yeah, I just hope you guys can just stay tuned and just like yeah, man, appreciate what you have. So thank you guys for watching. Please like, because it's gonna be helpful in increasing the the, the page. Share the videos, and I really do appreciate the 150 people, 154 I believe now, people who are at our WhatsApp channel. We thank you for your support. I really do appreciate the 32 people who are watching, who are followers on TikTok. We thank you. You are actually helping me, or like boosting me into like becoming or doing this. It's actually a motivation. And I want to give thanks to the 51 people who are liking our Facebook channel. We do appreciate you. And thank you to the 16, I believe it's 16 now, 16 people who subscribe on our YouTube channel. I really do appreciate you, the love that you're giving us. And yeah, we are thankful. We wish to do better, and your contribution, your feedback will be extremely helpful and extremely needed in this in the journey of us becoming this good network. We're not going to be focused on podcasts only, but for now, we just put our focus there. Towards the end, you're going to see, man, we have a lot in our minds. We even part of a few programs. So we're trying to learn the business side of things. We're trying to learn but we want to give you full authentic content, because today I did try and see if like what I can talk about, how am I going to format the whole thing, but I just decided to be original as possible and be authentic. And I have been, because I didn't even talk about the things I was going to talk about there. So yeah, man, I really want to thank you guys, and please continue to support the page. There's more. If you want to be involved, trust me, you're all going to be involved in many ways. So give me a suggestion on what I can do just to keep you guys involved, and what are the topics you want us to talk about, because there are things that you wanna talk about. So we would really love that to be a thing. So we really do appreciate you guys. Thank you for watching the first episode of the Tar Somza Corner. Yeah. Basically, I'm alone right now. So yeah, let's escape to the right direction. Thank you guys for being part of this journey. And I wish you good. I wish you well, and I wish that I'm just giving you full content. It's your Tian. Nah. It's just yeah, man. It's just me, Tar Somza. I know noma unjani, unalimiama, ebulele inkosi.